y'all, it's me, Chlois. Today I'm going to be doing some fun nail art, and I will leave my inspo pic somewhere here for y'all to see. I think it was on Instagram, maybe Pinterest, that I seen it, and I was instantly obsessed with it and knew I wanted to recreate it. So I'm going to be using Rebel Jennifer as my base, and I'm going to do 2 full coverage dips of this. I'm speeding through this part because I think I show you guys 1 or 2 nails, but I'm speeding through it because I figured you were all here for the nail art anyway. So we're just gonna make that our main focus of this video. And so I'll let you guys hang out here for a minute and I will be right back. Hey guys, I needed to pop back in and tell you, I forgot to tell you that I already have peel base on. I have a clear overlay on my nails already of just dip clear and peel base. And those 2 videos, I think I'm going to keep them separate. They'll be later this week and next week probably, because I'm going to show you how I do my overlay, and I'm going to show you how I use Elmer's glue as my peel base. So that's what I needed to say. Alright, so this is it after 2 coats, and I think I've already filed and buffed. I'm not too sure, I don't remember. And so now we're going to get started on the nail art. This is just a Macart brush from a polygel kit that I got like years ago. And I'm just loosening up the brush because I haven't used it in a while. And I'm using acrylic paint. Just like the 50-cent ones from Walmart. And so I am trying to make these like uneven and kind of blend together, but I had to stop myself and tell myself quite a few times during doing this part that it did not have to be perfect or look perfect, because there was a few of them that I was just getting so frustrated with. But it does not have to look perfect. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's abstract art, and there's gonna be, print over it. So that's gonna cover up a little bit of it. And you guys can see my reflection in that Revel jar. I was struggling with that. I turned it over in later on, but I kept wanting to turn it back that way, and I kept having to turn it back the other way because I didn't want to look like a creep staring at you guys through the reflection. It was pretty weird, so I fight with that a little bit too on turning the jar over. But I'm just gonna go through, and I wipe my brush off each time because I don't want to overload my nail with paint, and I'll just kind of get like a wash of color, and then if I think it needs to be darker or I want more opacity to that color, I'll just dip back in and do the same thing over again. And so this is it. It looks disastrous, guys. It looks like a hot mess at the moment. It's not good. See there, I turned my jar over. And I show you guys this part. This is my non-dominant hand, and this is how I did my right hand. I'm naturally a righty, so here I'm using my non-dominant hand to try and redo what I did on my left hand. I struggled with this hand a little bit. I was so shaky while doing it. It took me a little bit of time to really do it. And then again, I had to tell myself it doesn't have to be perfect because, it's abstract. It's going to have stuff over it too. It really doesn't have to be perfect. And you guys are going to see, like, this looks like a freaking hot mess. And then I'm going to go through and add dots to it, and it's going to look like an even hotter mess. But then once we get the cheetah print on, it really pulled everything together. And I'm obsessed with this mani. I really am. And I wasn't even gonna be doing this video right now. This was supposed to be like my Saturday upload, but I couldn't wait to post pictures of this mani, so I'm doing the voiceover now, and I'm gonna have this up ASAP for y'all to see because I am obsessed. And so, and I mess up on my pinky later on too, and I think I leave that in to show you guys just like how I fixed it and everything. It wasn't a super big deal, but look at that hot mess. Like, that does not look good, I don't think. I was really questioning what was going to be happening here. I really was. And so now I'm doing those colorful little dots that were inside of the cheetah print. And so on some of them, I do where one of the dots has like two colors, because in the pic, the inspo pic, it was kind of like that. And then some of them I just do one dot of color, and I just do this on all of my nails. And so I will let you guys watch this, and I'll hop on in a minute when I think I need something else to say. Alright guys, look at this hot mess. And then look at what those black lines and dots do. It makes it look 100% better. So I'm going to show you how I did these on two of my fingers. I'm using this acrylic paint pen that I got off of Amazon. I got them in a box. I will link those below. And I'm just going through and making little half C's, half circles, random jagged lines. Here, I wasn't trying to be perfect with this. I actually, honestly, I think it's a little bit better to have an unsteady hand when you're doing this, because, you know, cheetah print isn't perfect. It's got its, like, wavy lines in it and everything. So I was trying to kind of be steady, but kind of not be steady with my hand, if that makes sense, to make it look more natural. But this is what I did, and I do a few, like, I do the half C's around the dots that we created, and then I go through and fill any of the, like, blank spots with more lines and half C's and dots too. And I kind of go up past that color in a few spots, because it was kind of like a fade or like a cheetah ombre kind of thing in the inspiration picture. And so I was trying to do that, and yeah, so I had to reposition myself for my pinky. I don't know why I didn't try and do this on some of my other fingers. I tried to leave them flat, but this helped me a little bit better. I think my pinky on my left is my favorite one. I do. I really like the way it came out. And so I do this. I think I will go from this part into my right hand in my pinky and show you guys what I accidentally messed up. Oh, yeah, the right hand disaster. Okay, so I'm going to show you how I did this on my right hand. You know, though this was more difficult to do on my right hand, I actually think my right hand came out just a little bit better. And I really do like my thumb, this thumb that I'm doing now. I don't know, it came out really good. Here though, like, I was super shaky. This took a lot of time. I felt like I was doing this whole nail art mani situation for a while, and I mean, honestly, I kind of was, but I also have a 2-year-old that I have to chase around, so I did have to stop in between some stuff and, of course, take care of him and everything. But this, especially on the right hand, did take some time, so it does need patience. So I'm actually surprised I was able to do this because I'm not a patient person, but we got it done. And so here is my pinky, and I do mess up pretty big on this guy. So you will see. I honestly don't know what I was doing because I messed up on one line and then I kept going and recreated another line. I don't know if I just couldn't see how bad the first line was or what. Like, why did I recreate the second bad line and not just stop after the first one? Not sure. But it was a pretty disastrous thing. So here this goes. Wait for it. Wait for it. Bad lines. Bad, bad, bad. Way too thick. I was like, oh man. So I put my pen down and I grabbed a piece of paper towel off of my paper towel foam holder. And I just wiped off the paint. I had thought about using alcohol, but I didn't have it right there with me, and I figured it would take off a lot of the paint, which this already kind of did. So this is how I fixed it. I left it black. I wiped off the majority of the lines. I went back with my blue over the black. I wasn't too worried about it because, again, there's going to be other stuff on top of it, so I was just trying not to worry too big about it. I fill in the blue again. I add a pink dot to it, and then I just get right back to, well, I add the pink dot, and then I think I leave that nail alone for a while, and I just go back to my left hand, and I'm going to clear cap. And so I waited for that acrylic paint to dry completely before I went and did this so I wouldn't have any smudging. So it worked fine. I didn't have any smudging. Really good. I started on my middle finger because it looked more matte, so dry. And then I went to my thumb because that one was dry too. And so that's really just what I looked for. I waited a while before I did this, but I was still cautious with how dry it did look. So, yeah, I clear cap, and I only show you those two nails, but I did this on both hands. And, I use my little scrubby brush, of course, to get the clear off. My Marla Kris hack. I don't know if she's the one that came up with it or not, guys, but she's the one I learned it from, so she's who I'm giving credit to. Yeah, she's awesome. And so this is what it looks like. Now we're going to fix our pinky. Look at how much better that looks. I had everything better. It looks so much better. So much better. There it is. Everything's done. And look at how good it looks glossy. I really liked it glossy. But I stuck with the inspo pick and I went matte. Sorry guys, my son came running in. He just woke up from a nap. And so I top coated like usual, activator, base coat, top coat, and then I buffed. And I was out of frame for this, so I only left a little bit in. But after the top coat, the dip top coat was completely dry, I went in with my buffer and I just buffed the shine right off. And so it looked, I love the way it came out. I really do. It looks so good matte. And it got dark and I'm having to use my flash because I finished this after dinner. It finally got dark and that's when I buffed the shine off because I had other things to do after I finished. But this was the video, guys, and I hope you enjoyed it. Like, oh, my Candy Skincare cuticle oil. It smells amazing. But it went from disastrous looking to really good. I really like the way it came out. And using the top coat and then buffing the shine off is nice because the top coat kind of fills in any, you know, like rigidness or anything that maybe you didn't get buffed or filed off or anything, and it fills in those little gaps that you might have in your nail or in the dip, and you can't see it once you buff the shine off the top coat. So that's really my favorite way to make a matte nail. Like, forget the matte gel polish, just use your dip coat, your dip top coat, and buff the shine off. And I didn't use the rough buffing part. I used one of the more smoother sides. And then I used the shine side to get any of the dust off, and that's what we look like. And I'm going to show you what it looks like in the natural daylight. And then you'll see my pictures at the end. So, I'm obsessed with it, guys. This is natural light. Love it. I love it, I love it, I love it. And I hope you guys like it too. So, give me a like, comment, subscribe. Thank you guys so much for joining me, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.